Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been trying to decide whether I'm ready to make a call on 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 OpenAI and whether we should whether we should say NGMI, they're not going to make it. Because that's my feeling after seeing their recent stuff, is I'm feeling like, they're not going to make it. Because the basic premise here is like, exponential growth in capabilities. And no, they're hitting the wall. They're closing up signups to ChatGPT Plus. You know, they're tweaking, like their new product is the same product as before, but a bit cheaper and faster. And it actually seems a little bit crappier. Um, they're not releasing stuff for like a year because they can't get enough GPUs to run it on. Um, this is not feeling like a boom, fast takeoff of superintelligence. Do you know what I mean? This is feeling like,
Mm.
oh, we found a quite useful, really quite useful technology that quite quickly surprised a lot of people in how capable it was. There was then an assumption that that would result in a rapid feedback loop of improvement, um, which I kind of expected as well. But the thing I think, not thought enough about is that improving capabilities without increasing energy and other resource use is not obvious. It's not necessarily clear that that's possible, you know. Um, and so we kind of seem to be, or at least OpenAI kind of seem to be hitting a bit of a wall here, which I think is interesting. And so, yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're going to do the $10 billion training run at some point, and then maybe after that they'll do the $100 billion training run. But then I think, well, what then, right? Because now you've got like this API that's going to cost like $3 per token or something, and 2 hours later you get two sentences um, that are like 30% better than the ones that it give you now. So I've been finding this quite interesting, and also, yeah, also the fact that ChatGPT was basically an accident. It was like, oh, let's try just chucking something out there to help like people understand a little bit about what GPT-4 is going to be. Maybe a handful of people will use it. And, accidentally that was really useful. And now they're kind of like, oh, and then Microsoft's like, oh, you guys create useful products. So we want to, Microsoft's now basically in control, right? Because OpenAI is entirely dependent on Microsoft. And Microsoft gets 75% of the profits. Um, so they got to keep churning out useful products to Microsoft. And it seems they're not actually that good at churning out useful products, you know. Um, so I don't know. I think it's really interesting to me. This the OpenAI, the result of both OpenAI Dev Day and just their overall trajectory since releasing GPT-4 is like I'm yeah becoming more and more bearish on on their future.